Justin Jefferson has been lighting up the league ever since he set foot in the league. And I'm about to draw the comparison to a former, well, still current player that is so similar that is going to absolutely blow your mind.
I gave you fair warning, beware. Smack him in the toward the end zone. It is up for the touchdown. Smack him in the mouth. I gave you fair warning, beware. Smack him in the mouth.
Justin Jefferson is awesome. Justin Jefferson is phenomenal, ridiculous, a budding superstar in this league, an absolute baller. And who does he remind me of more than any player to ever step foot on a football field? I'll tell you right after you like this video, subscribe, and turn on notifications so that way you're alerted every time I post a new video. The player that I'm referencing, the player that I'm talking about is Odell Beckham Jr.
Tell me he didn't just say that.
Now, before you roast me in the comment section or you just move on to the next video, I'm specifically talking about Prime Odell. Years 1 through 3 Odell. This Odell. The Odell that had 3 straight seasons of 1,300 yards and 10 plus receiving touchdowns. This is not a jab at Jefferson. This is a high compliment. Not convinced? Sit back, enjoy the beverage that you're drinking right now, and these words that will come out and into your ears so smoothly, softly, slowly.
Hey, yo!
Okay, playstyle wise, you cannot miss the comparison. Both guys have a unique skill set of speed, length, ball skills, and the ball's up in the air, and elite route running, and they use all of these skills to get the job done at an elite level. Both these guys are explosive players that thrive in chaos and thrive when you challenge them to beat someone one-on-one. Both Prime Odell and Justin Jefferson are insane with the ball after the catch. I mean, really think about these two play styles, and hopefully Smart Mike is playing clips right next to each other in this video. They're very similar. You cannot ignore the similarities that you see in the route running, that you see in the plays with the ball after the catch, that you see in the importance of these players in their offenses and what roles they play in their offenses. Absolutely electric, both of them. Prime Odell and right now Justin Jefferson. Still not convinced? I'll go even further. Really think about it. Really take in what I'm saying to you. Odell was a mid-first round pick. Justin Jefferson, oh, you guessed it, a mid-first round pick. Odell got paired with a QB playing his last great years in the NFL as Odell was entering his team, being drafted to the Giants. Justin Jefferson got paired with a QB who's at the tail end of his career, playing his last great years. So that way that Justin Jefferson can eat.
You like that?
OBJ entered a New York Giants team that already had a clear-cut wide receiver 1 in Victor Cruz to kind of take away cover from him, to take away the attention in these first couple of years while Odell could blossom into a beautiful dancing flower. Justin Jefferson has a wide receiver 1 in Adam Thielen to draw the coverage away so that way that Justin Jefferson can get his way into the end zone. The similarities have to be uncanny, and I need you to see them just as much as I see them. This revelation came to me when I was having an argument with an absolute bona fide Odell hater. And Odell has a long list of haters. There's a long line of people who just hate on Odell because he's Odell, because he has blonde hair, because he wears fancy cleats, because he used to dance in the end zone. And yeah, you're right. Maybe Odell didn't really care about winning a Super Bowl that much back when he was that great. But not every player in the league's main goal, making it to the league, is to win the Super Bowl. I know that's the overall team goal, and they'll contribute to that team goal. They will do their best to meet the team's goal. But some of these guys are just happy with being rich, famous, young, and all of the things that come with that. And can you hate on them? They worked their entire life to get to this point in their life. They can do whatever the fuck they want. Fact of the matter is, Odell in his first 6 seasons had 5 1,000-yard seasons. The one year he didn't have a 1,000-yard season, he was hurt. His first 3 years in the league were probably the best first 3 years by a receiver since Randy Moss's first 3 years in the league. And it's going to go down as one of the best 3-year stretches receiving-wise in NFL history. Odell was an absolute baller. He was the best receiver in the game at one point and one of the most electric receivers in football history. Flash forward to today, he's out of his prime. He's a guy that relied on explosion to succeed. So when you go through a couple knee injuries, a couple ankle injuries, a bunch of lower body injuries that you withstand playing the sport of football, you're obviously not going to be able to rely on that explosive play style that bred your success early on in your career. Odell is still a very serviceable receiver, don't get me wrong. He's one of the better wide receiver 2s in the NFL to this day. But he's a wide receiver too. What expectations do you have out of AJ Green? What expectations do you have out of T.Y. Hilton? Those same expectations should be applied to Odell Beckham Jr. before you go and just start blindly hating on the guy. But anyways, Prime Odell had a 4-year or so, maybe you can stretch out the 5-year prime, where he was absolutely unbelievable when Eli could get the ball into this guy's hands. And if Justin Jefferson can keep on the straight and narrow, if Justin Jefferson can try and stay injury-free, knock on wood, we hope that nothing happens to Justin Jefferson for the sake of his long-term career, this guy can be an all-time great in the NFL. Justin Jefferson is unbelievable for just being in his 2nd year in the league. I am very excited to see how he develops as a wide receiver going forward, because what's happened recently is an indicator it's going to be absolutely insane. Going into the season, even myself had CeeDee Lamb kind of close to JJ, but at this point in the year, it's not even close. Justin Jefferson is the best receiver in that draft class by a mile. By a mile. I can't wait to see what quarterback after Kirk Cousins comes in and receives the gift of taking over the Minnesota Vikings offense and the gift of getting the honor to throw passes to this kid. He's going to be so good, and he has the opportunity to really become what we all thought Odell Beckham Jr. could have became, and that is straight up, no shit, an all-time great player. Let me know what you think of this comparison in the comment section below, whether I have a case here, whether I have a point here, or whether I'm just dead wrong and you want to call me an idiot. Please don't call me an idiot. It hurts my feelings. Thanks for tuning in to this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, subscribe, turn on notifications, like this video. It helps me out a ton in this algorithm that I'm fighting on a daily basis. If you're watching over on the Warzone Sports Network, there's multiple other co-hosts. So even if you hated this video, even if you want to throw tomatoes at my face, there's other people on this channel. Go check them out. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Mike, and I am on the mic. This is me saying until next time.
I gave you fair warning, beware.
Smack him in the mouth.
I gave you fair warning, beware.
Smack him in the mouth.